Wake up, pour it strong, Farmer Jim, let's get it on. Fields are rolling, skies are blue, weekend morning farm life crew. Coffee's hot and crops are growing, tune on in, you know what's going. 9 to 11, don't be late, we're working the land and feeling great.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. What's going on? Hope everyone had a productive week, if not at least a good one. Let's find out what Farming Simulator and Giant Software has been growing this week. I don't think there was a lot going on. We'll find out here, though. This segment's called What's Growing On, everyone. It's where we talk about Farming Simulator, everything we know. If I don't cover something that you know, please send it to me. Reach out. I love to look at things about Farming Simulator and meet people in the community and talk about it. Now, I know there was something on August 18th here. Hold on, I don't think this is up to date. We'll get it. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't export. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? There we go. It's updated now. I wasn't quite ready yet. Imagine that. Tuesday, August 18th, Giant Software has announced they'll be at GameCon 2026 through the 30th in Cologne, Germany, and Beans and Alpacas will be playable by the public for the first time. So they're having another meeting there in Hall 6 at GamesCon. That's going to be pretty interesting. I hope we get some information out of that. I imagine we would. So there's not a lot of out from Giant Software and Farming Simulator this week, but I imagine there will be coming up. They've been pretty busy behind the scenes getting the GamesCon ready. Visitors will get their first hands-on experience with Quechua, including coffee and alpacas, Bram cattle, and more. But the big news, those of us watching from home, is that Giants is also treating another new crop. It's teasing another new crop. They've confirmed coffee isn't the only new crop coming with the expansion, and that mystery crop will be revealed just in time for GamesCon. Giants is also bringing some serious horsepower with the Real Case IH Steiger 715 quad track. They've been talking about the quad track for quite some time at the booth, so they're going to have one there. That's pretty cool, along with stage shows, bale racing giveaways, and return of the famous Farming Simulator straw hats. And I'm not real sure, but that'd be pretty neat to have the straw hat in the game. Friday, August 14th, Giant Software announced that Farming Simulator VR is currently 44% off. Now, I don't know if that sale's still going on, but $9.99 isn't bad. It's a completely different farming experience. I have yet to play it, as my son has a MetaQuest, and I was thinking about getting it for that and playing it, but I hadn't got around to it yet. Thursday, August 13th, Giant Software sent out their August 2026 Farming Simulator newsletter. The newsletter basically reiterated information we already are aware of. Beans and alpacas coming out October 27th, Catch-A-Wye, coffee, alpacas, and new equipment. We've been digging into the much deeper into since FarmCon. And it mentioned the Sky Agricultural Pack, the Patch 1.21 highlights, and Case IH Quad Track 715 configuration. The Signature Edition got the 1.21 with the 3 new pieces of equipment that we got on PC and console, so it's everywhere now. FS25 content update, Steiger 785 Quad Track Special Edition. Yeah, that was all in newsletter they sent out there on their August newsletter, August 13th. And they mentioned their job opening. So there's not really a huge surprise hidden in the August newsletter, but it does give us a pretty good snapshot of where Farming Simulator stands right now. And if you've been following what's growing on, quite a bit of this should already sound familiar. Friday, August 7th, patch 1.21 comes to Nintendo Switch 2. And we just covered that. And Thursday, August 6th, this is pretty interesting to me, is the modding contest. Not that I'm a modder or know anything about modding, I just look for the modders to come out with some amazing equipment, which they always do. With the Farming Simulator 25 modding contest, modders can enter their creations across 4 different categories and compete for a share of more than 30,000 pounds in prizes. Giants is encouraging anyone interested in participating to start planning their mods, maps now, and check out the available GDN tools, tutorials, mod resources, and the official contest rules. Then Saturday, August 1st, is when they announced the modding contest. And what they're looking for is best mod, best map, best crossplay mod, and a special Volvo future construction machines. So that's pretty interesting. They're going to double down on the Volvo. And Volvo was, they've already got us some construction equipment. The L90, we got a diesel powered and an electric powered. That's free content. You can download it. You can find that on Mod Hub, actually. Put in Volvo. You'll see FarmCon label on it. Friday, July 31st was the Barnyard meetup in Switzerland, coming to Big Chun Land Party Beaverfest, playing Farming Simulator on site. So that would be pretty interesting. Get a bunch of people together and just play on land. Thursday, July 30th, there's pretty much last push for ticket sales on the FarmCon 26, and they had the hats and apparel and everything, merch that you could buy. But that's already passed. Tuesday, July 28th, the Giants software released patch 1.21 for Farming Simulator 25, and that's across all platforms now. So, and that was in the newsletter they covered. Friday, July 24th, Farming Simulator posted a little fun on WhatsApp update to YouTube. And what's your birth month, your spirit animal? And they had a bunch of little different things there. You can actually go, the post is still up there on their YouTube. You can go through and check, see what your birth month is. What's your spirit animal? Mine's January, is a sheep chasing Valhalla. So that's pretty funny. On Friday, July 17th, Giant Software gave fans a full preview of what to expect at FarmCon 26. It was basically an itinerary and what was going to be going on. And we got some information out there. We got the Volvo L90 at least. But that's it. Not a lot this week. Just a couple pieces of news information. As always, you can watch and learn everything Farming Simulator and Giant Software post passes through all their socials: YouTube, Discord, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Blue Sky, X.com, and join their mailing list because they just sent out that August 2026 mailing letter where you can just subscribe here and we'll talk about it every Sunday, I promise. But that's what's been growing on, everyone. You know something that I didn't cover? Send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. As for our farm, what's growing on here? I'm still in winter prep. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to do stuff, but there is stuff to do today. We'll be mowing in field 7. I got to ride the horses first, I believe. I'm just gonna. We got that alfalfa in field 7. I'm just gonna mow it and retain it for silage. So I'm going to make some alfalfa silage out of it today, or at least get it started. We need to compact the compost so we can get it covered. There's probably crops in the orchards and the large advanced greenhouses, so we'll get them and we'll put them in storage till like January, February. If the weather breaks, we can make a run for it and sell all the products. I think that's going to be the better time to sell. And if we get into December, right now it's the end of November. If we get into December there, we're going to need more pigs. So that might mean another loan, but the pigs should start producing on their own here before long, and it'll just be cycling through. So that's where we're at on Carpathian Countryside. Let's go ahead over here and see what it looks like. Just now 7 a.m. So yeah, we're gonna ride the horses. It might still be a little dark to ride the horses actually, but the route I take them. They're out back in the dark anyway. Gotta use a flashlight to find them. I only have 2 horses, so it takes about 5 to 6 minutes to ride them. Then we'll get on one of the tractors there and get some mowing equipment set up. We'll go to field 7, mow that alfalfa. I did get around to feeding the cows last week. After stream there, I mixed up quite a bit of TMR and got them topped off. So hopefully that holds them over, and I'm not feeding them all winter like I did last winter. But we did get the winter equipment bought. Heck, we can't even see that, can we? I can't see it all. The advanced greenhouses and the orchards might need more liquid fert and water, so we might have to get some of that to them, get those set up. Starting to get a little more light, slowly. Can almost see. Get them all brushed up here. Then I don't have to worry about them until December. There we go. I think we set the John Deere up last week for winter plowing and stuff. Yeah, we did. So we'll leave it like that. Our New Holland's gonna need serviced again. I usually service all the equipment that's below 80% in February. So we've grown alfalfa this farming simulator year, and we've made some alfalfa hay with it. I don't think we have any alfalfa silage, or if there's a difference. So we're gonna find that out. I think I did try to compost alfalfa and grass, and it wouldn't go in. So I'm hoping it goes into the bunker. I mean, it should. I don't see why it wouldn't. So we'll get this all mowed, and then we'll windrow it up, and we'll collect it. I might have to clear out that first silage bunker. I'm not real sure yet. Or maybe I'll just dump it in the third one, because I can rotate them out. I mean, so the next farming year is going to be focused mostly on silage. So if this alfalfa works, I'll probably keep growing it. I mean, I think I have enough silage to get through winter. I did use quite a bit feeding the horses there feeding the cows there last week. But it is late November, so this will be the last mowing for these fields. Wonder if raining hurts yield production on grass or alfalfa grass here. Shouldn't take real long to mow field 7. Said I'm gonna header this one. We're gonna keep it for alfalfa silage. I don't know if alfalfa silage is different or if it just all counts as silage. Maybe we'll see if we can get a AI worker to windrow it. Remember, you couldn't tether it; they couldn't figure it out. So, and I've tried it with a couple different fields. It wasn't just the one field. They can't tether on this map for some reason. I've never really tried it on any other map. Any of the AI workers. That will free us up to take care of the compost and see what the orchards have grown and get that stuff put away. See how much that pallet storage can take. Them boars are back down there. Just got this little bit left to do here. And find out what's going on next here. I'd like to make it into December and finish off those pigs. Trying to get the pig farm to the point where it's producing at like 36. I think that's what we got. 36 pigs every month. That'd be pretty neat. I'll go back and get this a little bit here. I got a couple spots there on the corner that gets missed when I'm turning. Yeah, it looks like there's some plums down there, so yeah, we're gonna have to get that gathered up. Yeah, I think there's like 2,000 silos left in that first bunker. Let's see if he makes it. Take the bale forks off this. Had the bale forks on there when I was making the PMR. get this bucket ready. See how much silage we do have in that first one. Over there. 2,600. I think that's about what this bucket holds. I don't know where the rest of it went. I only got 2,300 in the bucket. So I think it says it's empty. Did it go back there? Let me just put this in there. Yeah, it went back here for some reason. That's strange. I think we got it all. Still got 164,000 over here. I wonder if I can pick this up, what it is. So it's grass. If I dump it in here, it should be chaff. Looks like there's a little bit there too, huh? It's one. Okay, let's go over there and see if he made it yet. See how far he made it. If he made it, we'll put him to work windrowing. It looks like he's gonna do it. He's gonna free us up to take care of the compost over here. Now, but it did say the AI workers cost a little bit more on this map, but I don't see much of a difference. I think the ratio went up a little bit, not much. Here's our compost we put down here. Watch how fast this compacts. Just drove over it a couple times there. It's already at 25%. So it doesn't take much, but I'm trying to even it out here a little bit. Make sure it's all in there too. On the map description on the mod hub, it says the compacting is faster. I think that just applies to the compost, not the silage itself, because silage still takes a while to compact. We got about 60,000 in there. That's all it takes to compact it. So we'll go ahead and cover it. That should take about a month. Now we can go get the forks on this. Collect our stuff. Let's go down to the advanced greenhouses and see how much is there too. Got a couple of pallets of watermelons there. Quite a few pallets over here, that's pretty good. Lettuce and cabbage, watermelon. We'll put all this back in our pallet storage. We're going to see how much we can put in there, see if it's worth messing with. Then we'll go get the rest of that stuff. do like the way Mr. Hector separated the bale and pallet storage on this. They're separate, at least. Chili peppers, green peppers. Strawberries and tomatoes, and then we got one more pallet there. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of everything. Yeah, it looks like January is going to be the time to sell this stuff. So that's kind of what I wanted to test there. We'll hold on to it for 2 months, see how much more we get. Spring onions. Then we'll go down and get our orchard stuff. Got 3,000 liters of plums here. Also gonna need to see what needs liquid fertilizer and everything. Water. Get these topped off. That way I don't have to worry about them the rest of the winter. Oh, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I think these are apricots. next orchard down here is pears. It's a little harder to get to usually. So I kind of cut it into the side of the hill here. Easier to get the telehandler in between all the trees in the orchards. The tractors just won't do it though. They're a little bigger and they catch on the branches. The only thing we got left down here is the apples now. Run over and get those. I think there's 3 pallets of those too. Yep. That's what, $350 we've paid that worker so far for windrowing. We're gonna get these over to the pallet storage. Take a look at it. Working out nicely. Check the map to see where that looks like. He's about partway done. We'll let him go a little more. We're gonna need the apple orchards that could use some water. Apricots are not too bad for now. We need some liquid fert and water in the greenhouses. These greenhouses use a lot of water. Liquid fert in a pear. Plums aren't too bad, so let's go get some water for these large advanced greenhouses. We'll start there. get some water for the apples and the plums too. There's some water for the plums. We'll take this load of water down to the apples. We're paying more for a load of water than we are that AI worker hourly. Alright, we'll go see how much liquid fertilizer we have left in our tank over there and get it distributed. Get it distributed to the ones that need it. Both the large advanced greenhouses need liquid fert, so set as the pairs. Apricots could use a little bit. plums and the apples will be good on water for a while. Looks like we got 2,800. I think this holds 12. And it does deliver, so that's why I kept it. Do the watermelons here first. Get the rest for the pears over here. They only use 0.15 for every pear, so. Plums, apricots, then the pears are right here. I don't know if I can fit that through there. Probably not. Nope. Not even so sure it'll go around this way. Now I got it stuck. Yeah, I just have to go the long way around. Alright, I think it said the AI worker was done. So we'll go jump on a tractor and see how he did. Case IH Puma 260. Take this out. That needs repaired too. Try to see if we can get this in that first bunker. Get it back down before we go to the next month there. That's not what I want. Alright. Looks like he did okay. We're gonna put that there. Looks like he's moving. This is what I was wanting here, is the work wagon. I need to go line that up at the fuel station. That way I can get everything fueled up at least. Now we did put grass in that first bunker, just a little bit, what we could scrape up there, and it turned to chaff. So I'm thinking that alfalfa's going to do the same thing, so it'll probably just all turn to silage. I don't think there's an alfalfa silage like there was an alfalfa hay. see if we can dump this in here. Because I couldn't dump it in the compost. Yeah, and it's turning right into chaff. What I was thinking was, down here, you can take all those products, orchards and greenhouses is part of the mod. It's fruit and vegetable processing plant. So I'd like to have one of those eventually. And we're actually storing the crops till like January, then we're going to sell them. But I might see if there's enough money for the processing plant. Because the pigs, December we're going to buy another 36 of each. Off-centered there. But I'm going to buy another 36 of each, 0 month, 3 month, and 6 month. Then they should start rotating out. Then however much we can sell them for, if our pig style hold that pig pen will hold that many. It should. I think it holds like 360 something. When I dump grass in here and stuff and bunker and stuff, I always spread it out. Makes it easier to drive on. Some people put it right up against the wall and then get in there and push it with levelers and stuff. Some kids have started back to school already. Summer just flew by. This would be like 73,000 in there. Or 78. Yeah, 78,000. And I'll get it all compacted and covered. Starting to lose daylight on the farm here. I was hoping to have most of that cleaned up. That's why I hired that AI worker to winter it. Probably should have hired the AI worker to mow it too. I don't think it would have mattered much. Got most of what I wanted to do on stream today done. Except for, I was hoping we'd get into December and get them pigs, but I'll do that off stream, and then I'll have something set up for us next week there. You'll have to let me know if you wanted to see the Carpathian Countryside winter, because it hasn't snowed yet. We've had rain this whole stream, but the winters are bad. At least that first one was for me. more passes on the lower side here, and then a few passes up on the upper side, and this will be finished. And I think it just finally quit raining. That was the longest it's rained on Carpathian Countryside. Better than the snow, though. I think that's mostly January and February. But if you guys want to see that, you'll have to let me know. Or if there's something else you'd like to see me get into on Carpathian Countryside, let me know. Because I'm going to try to touch on everything before Catchway comes out. There's only a little bit left to clean up there. I think we're gonna go ahead and save our progress here. I'll get back to this later. I want to thank each of you for coming out and hanging out with me today, watching me play in the rain. Got field 7 mowed. We took care of our orchards and large greenhouses. We're gonna need corn. We're gonna have to, the next farming simulator year, going to have to grow more corn for sure. I don't have anything lined up for potatoes yet, so we can still buy those. But I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I'll probably get the rest of this cleaned up. I'll get it taken to the bunker and get it compressed down, get it covered before I go to December, hopefully. We'll see how it works out. But until then, we'll see you next Sunday. I will have something lined up. You guys are free to go to Sim Farmer Jim like you usually do, and use the contact form. Send me an email to fs19farmerjim@gmail.com, and I enjoy hearing from you, and I try to have something interesting for us to watch, and we find out what Farming Simulator and Giant Software's been up to. So, until next week, have a good weekend, everybody. What's left of it.
Thanks for coming, thanks for staying. Good times growing, crops are laying. Hit that like and subscribe today. Catch us next time, same old way. Don't miss out, hit that bell. Farmer Jim's where stories swell. Weekend mornings, don't be late. We'll see you then, same time, great.